Good morning. It's 7:35 on the East Coast. I'm Dave Globin. You're not. Boogie with the Bull, the Friday free-for-all, the very important Speaker of the House nominations. So if you want to nominate someone to be Speaker of the House, all you got to do is come to the Boogie with the Bull live chat. It's on the Dave Globin profile. It's on the Boogie with the Bull page. It is on Facebook. Over there on Facebook, over there on YouTube, it's on the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel. On Twitch, it's on the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel. And this morning, it's on ampersand Boogie WT Bull, the Boogie with the Bull name, account, whatever you want to call it, over on Twitter. Hope you have your favorite morning beverage in your favorite morning beverage container. Take a shot, get this Friday going. And as I said, join me in the Boogie with the Bull live chat. If you're over there on Facebook, it's on my profile and the Boogie with the Bull page. It also shows up on YouTube. I don't know if it shows up on Twitch, and I don't know if it shows up on Twitter, but come join me and we'll have some fun. My first question in nominating anyone for Speaker of the House is that if the Democrats had nominated Speaker Pelosi and she had gotten the 218 votes and Republican Majority Leader McCarthy said, no, got to have another ballot because I didn't win. If Speaker Pelosi would put up a stink and say, no, I got the votes, I'm the Speaker. Because for those of you who don't know right now, Nancy Pelosi, the Democrat Speaker of the 117th House, is in fact continuing as the Speaker of the 118th House. I've heard some rumors that maybe it is someone who is a clerk of the House gets promoted to Speaker, but you know what? I saw that somewhere on the internet when I searched, but everybody else pretty much seems to be in agreement that Speaker Pelosi from the 117th House is in fact the Speaker of the 118th House, because the way it goes, from what I understand, is she gavels in the 118th House. They immediately go to electing a Speaker of the House. As soon as they have elected one, she calls that person up to the Speaker's podium and she hands them their gavel. And that is her resigning from being Speaker of the House and becoming Representative Pelosi from San Francisco, California again. And that person becomes the Speaker of the House. So I could be wrong. It could be some clerk somewhere in the House gets kicked up to acting Speaker or the Speaker of the House. I've heard rumors over the years that the Speaker of the House does not have to be a member of the House of Representatives. And if that's true, well, then personally, everybody has thought about it for a while. Why didn't somebody do it? Why didn't they nominate Donald Trump, 45, to be Speaker of the House? That would make him the third person in line to be President of the United States. If something happened and Joe Biden was removed, Kamala Harris was removed, that would have made Donald Trump President of the United States. Crazy idea, but you know, America is full of crazy ideas at this hour of the morning. So you never know what could have happened. I'm going to try something just to see if Facebook is working with me this morning. We're trying to do a quick Xander Gibb Memorial pre-rehearsal because they've made sharing very difficult. So let's see. The Hardcore Conservatives group, you've got Boogie with the Bull. The Ministry of the Truth group, you've got Boogie with the Bull. The Few, the Proud, the Deplorable group, you've got it. American Regulators, you've got it. Boogie with the Bull group, you've got it. Citizen Journalists for the American People, you've got it. Honk for Freedom group, Militia Morgan, along with Randy Griesenbeck and others, you've got it. And the Honk for Freedom group is working with the World as One international boycott that will go from January 9th to January 13th. And it's simply, you don't buy anything that you need for those 4 days, the 9th to the 13th of January. You can give me all kinds of reasons that justify you're not doing it. You have to go to work, you have to buy gas, you have to buy food, you have to send your kids to school. It's all on you, because realistically, if you prepped and you bought everything that you needed up until the 8th of January, and then you didn't buy anything that you need from January 9th to January 13th, you're not buying anything, so you're supporting. And if that doesn't work for you, well, then stay home and dress in black, sit in the dark, and do the same thing you do every morning. Good morning, Travis Rail. Travis Rail is in the Boogie with the Bull live chat this morning. We'll send the broadcast to the Patriots Lab Uncensored group with William Rayfield. We'll send it to the Jack Alexander Experiment down there in the land down under. Jack is an accomplished meat maker. So go in there and take a look, and you might be able to order the things that you're going to need from January 9th to the 13th ahead of time and get them delivered. Can't promise that you will, but give it a shot. The Legion of Unity Christian Warriors Patriot Coalition. You have today's Boogie with the Bull broadcast as we scroll down the list. Social Hypocrisy Group, you've got it. Grassroots up in Ohio, you've got it. Americans for Free Speech with Eric Leon Barton, you've got it. Justice for Kids Convoy, Brian Gottier's group, you have it. The convoy groups are important more than ever right now. If you are in a convoy group on Facebook, please support it. If you're not in any or all of the convoy groups on Facebook, think about joining them over on StreetLock, StreetLoc.com. I want you to join Convoy to DC 2024, the People's Convoy. Convoy to DC 2024, the People's Convoy. That's the StreetLock convoy group. Let's see, who else are we going to send Boogie with the Bull to this morning? American Stand as one. You've got this morning's Boogie with the Bull. You'll be able to nominate speakers of the House. The Patriots Lab, you've got it. And do me a favor as we're going along this morning, share and invite your friends to watch today's Boogie with the Bull. As I said, we're live on the Dave Golden profile, the Boogie with the Bull page, over on Facebook, over on YouTube, the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel, the Boogie with the Bull Twitch channel, and ampersand Boogie WT Bull, the Boogie with the Bull Twitter account. We hope very quickly to add Rumble. We're reviewing the possibilities on Rumble membership, and we hope very quickly, since the massive StreetLock update has been, I believe, installed. I don't know if it's up and running yet, but it's been installed. I'm hoping that will bring StreetLock Live to StreetLock and hopefully lead to the StreetLock Live Boogie with the Bull channel. Just another place to have something like YouTube, but without any kind of conservative patriot censorship whatsoever. So we've shared it to a bunch of groups on Facebook. If you can and you're watching, please share it. And if you can't, we appreciate it. And StreetLock people will send it over after it's done this morning and get you all going with today's Boogie with the Bull. So who do you think the Speaker of the House candidates should be? As far as I'm concerned, it's any member of the House other than Republican Jim Jordan. I know people keep kicking his name in. I believe Jim has said he does not want to be Speaker, and as far as I'm concerned, he's 100% right. Jim Jordan was the ranking member of the House Judiciary Committee under Democrat Chairman Jerry known as Nadler, and he knows where the bodies are buried. He knows everything that was done wrong, and you know what? He's the man that we want. He's the man that we want as the chairman of the Republican Majority House Judiciary Committee. Good morning, Angie Mae. Angie Mae says that Trump was nominated by Matt Gaetz. To be honest with Matt Gaetz, excuse me. To be honest with you, I really didn't watch much of it. I watched a few minutes of the first ballot, and you know what? There wasn't one on the first ballot. So to be honest with you, I'd be kicking in my TV set if I watched any more of it. I honestly would. I'd be kicking in my TV set because the Democrats under Speaker Pelosi from the 117th House, which may or may not be the Speaker right now, but still is the representative from San Francisco, California, has got the House exactly where she wants it. Nothing is going on in the House other than electing a Speaker of the House from the Republican majority. And the longer it takes them to sit there and go from one ballot to another because Kevin McCarthy can't get elected, nothing happens in the House because the rules of the House are, again, Speaker Pelosi opened the session on January 3rd. They immediately went to Speaker nominations and ballots until they elect a Speaker. Once they elect a Speaker, that person comes up to the Speaker's podium and gets a hug or shakes hands or fist bump, whatever Speaker Pelosi from the 117th is going to do, and she hands them their Speaker's gavel for the 118th, and she simply does an about face, turns around, walks down to her desk, and becomes Representative Pelosi from San Francisco, California, in the 118th House. So, and even if I'm wrong at the beginning of the program, and it's actually some clerk somewhere in the House got promoted to acting Speaker of the House, the point is that until they elect a member of the House, because that's what Kevin McCarthy is going to force, as soon as they elect a member of the House, Kevin McCarthy, to be Speaker, or find another Republican who can become Speaker of the House, and that person gets the majority vote and becomes Speaker of the House, they can't do anything. So Speaker Pelosi has us exactly where she wants us. We've gotten the highest approval rating of any Republican House in history. Why? Because we can't do anything. No votes on anything. No chasing back into all of the laws and things that the Democrats got passed in the 117th House. They can't go through and say, no, that's bad. We're not going to have that anymore. They can't start getting America back on the right track. Why? Because they can't do a damn thing until they elect a Speaker. So even if Matt Gaetz did nominate Trump 45 for Speaker, get together, give him 218 votes, make him the Speaker of the House. So at least we can get to work. While you work in the background to remove him as Speaker of the House and put in whoever should have been elected Speaker or should be elected Speaker. I heard Steve Scalise's name was brought up. If I was a representative, I'd probably ask them. I would nominate myself just for the hell of it, just to get us in there and get things going. I probably would normally turn it down if I was a Republican member of the House, because there are committees that I want to be on that I'd probably have a shot of being on that are more important to me and people that I know. Good morning, B. Dice. B. Dice is the award-winning owner of Bees Lawn Service up there in southwestern Pennsylvania. You can find them on Yelp. You go to Yelp, you find southwestern Pennsylvania, Yelp, and you look up Bees Lawn Service, and it will tell you everything they do. They will come to your house, take care of your lawn. They will come to your business, take care of your lawn. They do leaf removal. They do mobile power washing. And as I have said before on Boogie with the Bull broadcast, if you go to B Dice's Facebook page, you will see all kinds of cool things that B sells in his B Buzz shop. That may not actually be the official name, but you get the actual name. You'll see t-shirts that he makes. You'll see candles that he and his wife, Casey, make. You will see banners that they make. You can order banners. If you can imagine it on a banner or a t-shirt, these can make it for you. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, B. I didn't mean to cut off your... Oh, okay, Randy's going to come out and come back in. His mic didn't seem to be coming through. Let's try it and see. Randy Griesenbeck, the Patriot Cowboy show, which you normally see somewhere between 6 and 7 a.m. Eastern, 7 days a week. Important things to let you know about to keep you going. I wanted Randy to speak about the World Stands as One international boycott, which I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast. I know Angie Mayu probably knows about it and can give you more information. I do know that there are some very special Boogie with the Bull broadcasts that are in the works, hopefully, and include... I didn't know. I don't know. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me read something. Okay. Well, Randy, if you get your studio set up and you can pop in, you are more than welcome. If not, you and I will do something later in the day. It appears that God did answer our prayers. Everybody sent Godspeed recovery to Randy yesterday. Looks like he ended up in the emergency room, and the man who has one of the biggest hearts I know was in, and it looked like the man got a good dose of stress yesterday, and wouldn't wish it upon anybody. And all I'm going to say on this is, if you know Randy Griesenbeck and you have worked with Randy Griesenbeck before on projects, America Stands as One, the World Stands as One international boycott, which, like I said, is coming up January 9th through January 13th. You don't really have to go anywhere. You just stay at home. I mean, there are some locations around the world where you'll be able to go and gather. And if you don't want to do that, you can boycott and watch things around the world. And there'll be more information on that in the next few days, or you just flip on your favorite means of watching the internet. Hang on, let me kick Randy in and see.
Can you hear me? Because I can't hear you. Let me try to figure out what's going on here.
Okay, I can hear you now. Okay.
I don't know.
Well, Randy, what I want you to do, look at the screen, read my lips. Okay, what I want you to do, if you can, is I want you to talk about the World as One. No, hang on, let me see. Modern technology in the morning. Citizens Broadcasting is what it is, and he can't hear me, so I don't know. Can everybody hear me? I'm assuming everybody can hear me because people aren't telling me.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, Randy. Can you hear me? Everybody hear me? I'm assuming everybody can hear me because people aren't telling me. Can you hear me now? Okay, something on your end has...
Yeah, I had to open my mic.
Yeah, something on your end has a double feed of audio coming through it. But try to figure it out. If you can, great. But anybody, these things happen. But as I was saying, if you know Randy and you have worked with Randy and you have had problems with Randy in the past, Randy has said, go talk to him and he'll resolve your problems. So that's all I'm going to say. If you know Randy and you've had problems with Randy, go talk to Randy. And if your problems aren't resolved, then those are between you and Randy. Because really where I am, I'm sorry that now everybody else watching on all the other networks we're on today has to hear this morning. But give me just a moment. I have to see if I can do that. Let's go Randall, back. Okay. All right, Randy, the link was sent. If you get the link, you're more than welcome to join us. Now, there are more important things on the table right now than everybody messaging everybody else or commenting everywhere else about who they want to work with and who they don't want to work with. And B has to go to work. So one more time, B's Lawn Service in southwestern Pennsylvania. You go to Yelp, you find southwestern Pennsylvania, and you look up B Service and all of the information that you need. All right, hold on. For B's Lawn Service is there. And B, have a great day. Let me try this one more time because for some reason only that one account came up. All right, there it is. Oh, hold on. No, hold on. All right. Apologize to everybody else watching, but modern technology can be a friend and it can be a foe. There, Randall, we sent the link to the wrong place this morning. So Randall, you should have the link now and you're more than welcome to come back in and join us again. B Dice, have a fantastic day at work. Find a good cup of coffee because that's the most important thing to getting your thing going. B's Buzz edition is different now, Dave. Not much political, but there is news. Facebook pays me for everything I post, and my pages are different now. I do lots of reels. I opened a snowball shop. We'll have to get B on to talk about a snowball shop. We'll have to get B on to talk about if he's getting paid to post on Facebook. We'll have to have B come on and talk about that because I personally believe that Facebook should pay us for everything that we do. So hopefully momentarily, Randy Griesenbeck will join us and we'll talk about the World as One international boycott as well as some other things. And Angie May reminded us that Matt Gaetz nominated Trump. I don't really know who I would nominate. I'd look at Marjorie Taylor Greene. I'd actually would look at Florida's Kat Kamik, who is now one district away from us. When we moved here a year ago, she was the rep of our district here in Middleburg. But with Florida districting, she got moved. How's that?
Oh, it's better. I just had it. I had everything hooked up to my new studio mic to the laptop, and I couldn't figure out how to use it yet, so I'm still piddling with it.
All right. So, Mr. Griesenbeck, the order of business today is to tell the world about the World as One international boycott, which, like I said at the beginning of the broadcast, is January 9th through the 13th. And I've been telling people, if you have to, you buy everything that you need to get through those 4 days before January 9th. So you take a Vicky Schaffner and you do a supreme prepping on January 8th. That way you have everything that you need and you don't buy anything for the 4 days. And if hopefully you don't buy anything for the 4 days and nobody else buys anything for the 4 days, that sends a message to the big corporations that we're just not going to take it anymore. And because someone sent me a video yesterday that named, oh God, I don't know, 150 of the biggest corporations in the United States of America that are global distributors that read my lips, to quote George Bush Sr. as I say this.
Right.
It appears that parts from aborted human babies,
yeah, I'm the one that said it to you,
are put into some of the biggest name products that you buy. I'm not going to name the products right now because YouTube hates me so much that if I name those products, they will take away my YouTube channel. Facebook take away my 2 places on Facebook as well. But, well, maybe I will, only because I'll name one. I've been drinking Mountain Dew since probably the day I was born. Went from mother's milk to Coca-Cola to Mountain Dew, and I'm 60. I'll be 61 years old in 2 weeks. And Mountain Dew, I guess, is said to be one of those companies. So you know who makes Mountain Dew. So you know that's one example.
Well, supposedly they got caught. And,
but I did supposedly hear rumors that the red and white labeled competitor to the company that makes Mountain Dew does it as well.
A lot of companies, cosmetic companies,
right?
Several water.
I have to tell you, sorry that I cut you off. I walked away from watching that video going, we are cannibalizing, for lack of putting it better, we are cannibalizing our own byproduct, which means that, like that video said, if it's true, we are cannibalizing our own product. We are poisoning our own bodies, our children's bodies. I don't know if it's in the food that we give our animal members of our families, but just thinking that it's, and God forbid it's in my cup of morning caffeine, which it probably is, and or the contaminants that I put in it.
Well, it's used as a sugar substitute. See, a few years back, that particular company you're speaking of promised that they would go to 20%, 25% less sugar, but not change the taste of the particular drink, which they were caught. However, it's not stopped. There are several brands of water, facial aging lotions. Lots of the cosmetics are used. It's used by many of our elite Hollywood actors. Of course, we know what angiochromes are. It's not very hard, if you got any common sense, to see the change in your food if you pay attention. Because if you're my age, when I grew up where we processed our own meat, I grew on a farm. You cook pork, you got grease. And the reason it becomes such a awareness to me is because my grandma, if you cook bacon or you cook sausage, then she would fry her eggs in that grease. So I was like, Grandma, well, I ain't got no grease. Oh, yeah, you do. You cook. That's why you cook your meat first. To make grease. Well, cook bacon now.
Yep.
Cook pork, cook sausage now. It don't make grease.
No.
And your hamburger, it always had a real strong blood smell, regardless how much you refrigerate it once it defrosts. You cook hamburger now, it'll leak a little grease, but it doesn't have that same fresh meat smell, even if you had bought it at a store back then, because it has a lot of the blood in it.
Now, our son ground, oh God, I don't know, but it was some of the best meat I've ever heard of to make hamburger yesterday. And I guess the butcher that he bought the meat from gave him something like 3 or 5 pounds, my wife was saying, of fat.
Yeah, well, fat is where your taste comes from when you eat your meat.
Well, that contribute to the grease content when he?
Well, that is your grease. That's where that comes from.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now it's full of what's called it's a product called pink slime. It's a meat-like substitute with a lot of soybeans and God knows what else.
Pink slime from the Bill Gates meat company.
Yes, sir. So it's very little actual meat. So
I am just getting to the point where I have to wonder every day if it's better to just not eat and pass away from not eating than it is to eat some of the things. And I'm not telling anybody because I know Facebook and YouTube will smack me off of 4 places that I'm on right now if I say that. So I'm not telling you not to eat. I'm just telling you got to read labels now. And
well, the realistic part of it is this is why, everybody loves life in America, man. You got the world at the end of your fingers, you got communication systems, social media platforms. You can step outside, cross the street, and go to Walmart or McDonald's and Burger King. Everything's so easy now. You don't have to get up and plant a garden and make sure your stock, your livestock makes it through, so you'll have a good meat supply for the winter. Blah 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 blah. So it's easy for people now. The problem is, this is part of what we need to be aware of in this event that we're doing. The World United is one against government overreach and corporate elitists.
Right.
Because what they did was create a narrative over a period of years that literally collapsed the small business worker. Okay, small business are not failing because small businesses are not making good products or selling good products. They're failing by supply and demand. They're being pushed out by convenience of big corporations so they can monopolize. Once they monopolize well enough, then eventually what people are not aware of, take for example, here's a good example, those little robotic vacuum cleaners. There's a real good example. That's how much technology we have. What's going to happen, and it's going to happen, with your AI technology in your factories, your electric diesel pickups that could actually drive themselves without a manual driver. They're replacing us.
Well, it's even worse. You got Elon Musk, who's been my technology hero for life. Now Neuralink is his company that is working on a brain chip. And he caught me and then sparked all of my interest in it because he was going, part of it was if you have memory issues, if you have this issue, if you have that issue. And I'm sitting there going, I wish I had him on a broadcast because I'm looking at the screen and I'm going, I got fucking dementia. I got all of it. And now you're telling me I can put this thing in my brain that will reverse all of that. I mean, there are things that I can do that will.
Oh, the technology's already out there, Dave. It's been out for a couple of years where they can literally make your neural transmitters compatible with computer software.
Right. And I wanted to think that this technology, you have to see this is an imitation of a needle going into my arm. Yeah. I was led to believe that this technology was going to be all kinds of good things. And now people who got it are dropping like flies.
Of course. And then on top of that, if you pay attention, big pharmaceutical is a business. Okay? It's a business. If they have cures, if they have solutions, then they don't make money. They're in business to make money. So, I mean, considering after all these years, and I'm not saying it's necessarily true, okay, but okay, let's have a little bit of common sense. If you owned a big corporation, you had the technology and the ability to cure something, and you knew if you cured it, you'd go broke. Considering that money is exactly, okay, I don't even have to say anymore. And these are the kind of things that we're fighting against.
I have a meme that has Anonymous himself, and under it says, cancer, they don't want to sell you the cure because cancer is a $200 billion a year.
Sure it is.
Then that's just cancer. Then you talk to other people who say, look at look at all of the products that most major pharmaceutical companies sell. If you trace it back, you can trace it back to one product that they came out with for one particular thing, patent for it. So they were protected for 50 years. In the 50 years, they found a whole bunch of other things that be treated for it. That the funny thing is, if you look at it, and this is just my opinion again to the four places that I said before might bang me, all of the new things that they said it could do were all side effects of the thing
Right.
they brought it out to do.
Right. And that's been going on forever, along with
Simple guy. You do the research. Angie Mae does the research. B. Dice even does the research. Travis does the research. I could go through the live chat and name just about every person in the live chat does the research. I'm just a simple guy. I sit out with my cup of coffee and I read the newspaper on the internet, and that's how I get my news every day. But
well, the 5-day boycott is focused on two large major corporations. Okay, it's called Vanguard and BlackRock. Okay, internationally we have over 30 countries involved. Canada is one of the major players involved in this boycott. The issue, we have a list of sister companies if you're curious, but they own everything. You want to get down to the brass tacks of it, pretty much they own everything. So what we're telling everybody to do, we understand.
They own the big companies who own all the little companies who own the mom and pop shops.
Right. Now they'll say that they don't, they just invest or they have investments, but their investments are like 256 billion shares of stocks in all these different corporations. So they're the major stockholder, they're the owner. You know,
that, like where you live in Kentucky, if you and your wife had a bodega, a little mom and pop store, and you're hurting the Walmart or the Walgreens or the CVS, who they probably have stock in or probably own controlling interest in, they're going to come to you with a ridiculous amount of money. They're going to offer you something like, I don't know, for example, they're going to offer you $50 million for a store that probably was lucky if it did $25 million to get you to go away. And what are you going to do? Most people are going to say, yeah, fine, great. I can get out of here and go buy my own private island and escape all.
Right. So what the intention of this is, we're asking people to use only cash. Now, if you got kids, you got to go to the store. When you got kids, you never know what's going to happen, especially if they're like mine. Because in 1 second, everything's fine. Next minute, something blows up. So the bottom line is we understand that some truck drivers have only one way to receive full fuel, and that's what they have to do. They have to go to a certain fuel stations that they have to use that particular car.
Right.
But we're looking at a banker's war. And this is what we're so focused on politicians and politics, we don't see the real enemy. The real enemy is corporation that has designed a method of lobbying to get legislation passed that they're immune to, that we're not. And so it's all about the almighty dollar bill. By supporting your local small and paw shops, what happens is eventually, now, if you get enough people, in 2 days, you'll affect the supply chain. 5 days, you affect the stock market. Once you begin to do that, you create what's called a leveraging point. You'll get a leveraging point, and you sustain better with your small, locally owned businesses. You give small businesses a bigger chance to survive, because the stock market, at highs, you sell. And lows, you buy. Okay, we're trying to manipulate. We're basically playing Monopoly to make it very, very clear. Because then we won't force much of corporation, if it gets large enough and persists long enough, to begin to have to sell things, and it'll increase the power of your local communities. It'll give power back to the people by doing this, and with that, it gives the same lobby or same leverage. When you mess with their money, their hearing becomes super hearing, and then they want to negotiate. They want to start talking. Okay, it's basically a legal forced way for we the people to finally gain some of the power back that's been stolen from us. but it's going to take effort, and it's going to take a lot of people involved. It's going to take people being able to continue to do it. We know that people have to have things. We don't want anybody to be hurt, especially if they got children or elderly that need medication or have to go to the doctor. Obviously, there's some things that just have to happen. But by using regular cash, not debit cards, not credit cards, because your banks are an issue. They're owned by BlackRock. They're owned by Vanguard. We're talking
You're going
JP
to
Morgan.
relax through these 4 days, right? Because God told me last night, if you don't relax during these 4 days, that heart's going to have some big trouble. So
I'll be out.
You make sure that you relax, spend some time with your beautiful wife and your kids, who you always say that's the reason why we're here. Okay.
That's right. That's right.
You don't, yeah. You know.
Well, I got a lot of other focus going. I got a great team, well, we have a great team. And since we have finally, I've been in this patriot movement for 9 years, and I've never, ever, we've had our disagreements, but hey, every brother and sister has disagreements. But the big thing is we get over them and we move forward. So I can afford to sit back because we got some really bright people. We got Miss Sherry Morse, Soup Mama. We got AJ Anderson. We got Militia Morgan, Karen Collins, Vince Sabane. I mean, we have a great team. Rose Cujo, several people.
On the 6th of January, everybody should have called Soup Mama and ordered soup and had it delivered by January 8th and lived on Soup Mama's soup for 4 days.
Well, she's really busy. She's got a lot going on. Today she's in Washington, so y'all be sure to check out Soup Mama on her official Soup Mama page.
Yep.
She'll be in Washington today along with Uncle Jam and Derek Arnold and many other people.
Derek Arnold is there. Yep.
And so it's going to be interesting what happens today. Everybody keep your eyes on it. Today, I'll be honest with you guys, very much so has the potential to go totally left because of the Bronson's petition Bronson Brothers petition should be looked at, and they can officially, if followed through by the Supreme Court, they can officially begin to arrest Congress members. They have the evidence. They got the proof. What they're going to do with it, we don't know. And if they do, there's subject that's going to be a mess. So y'all keep your eyes on it and see what happens.
There were reports yesterday going around that 700 people in D.C. got arrested yesterday. The FBI building was shut down. The IRS was shut down. I don't know what is true and what is not true anymore. I
don't either.
Think that supported it, but the big question that I have every time people talk about all that is everybody says to me that I guess when the United States of America Incorporated is shut down,
right,
and the Republic of the United States is reenacted, everybody's going to see huge record-breaking deposits into their bank accounts. Is there any truth to that?
It doesn't really happen that way. From what I understand, do you remember Steve Tolliver? I don't know if you remember. Okay, Steve Tolliver, and I believe it's Chris Young, and I may have the last name wrong. They have a really good plan. It's WordPress 0.50 that you literally have to file for your sovereignty now. But there is a way.
Garcia's done that.
Right.
And he carries his own, I know he carries gold. I don't know if he carries silver. And he's his own banker backed by his own gold.
Right. And the truth of it is that's the next step here in the States with this program that we're trying to do, at least the one that's under discussion. I'll put it like that because it's a team effort. I don't make solitary decisions of my own, but it's called Title 12 USC 411. And it's a simple one-page statement that you take to your bank, and I don't care what bank it is. And you tell them, hey, when you fill it out, it forces them under Title 12 411 to give you legal tender currency. And there is no legal currency. The federal knows literally all this is a fraud, and it's always been a fraud. It is gold or it is silver. It's the one thing that happened to Kennedy. It's what happened to Lincoln. It's why they were scared of Trump, as gold standards, because what happens, the money goes back to the people, and they can't just do it that way. It's worth what it's worth what it weighs. It's worth what it's a legitimate currency, and it gives the power back to the people, and they're scared to death. People can figure this out. But if we had 250,000 people go file for this now, a quarter of the population of the United States, to take that simple one-page letter, was as legal as can be, to their banking system and force them to give you legal tender USA currency, it would bankrupt the Federal Reserve in less than a week.
Yeah. I don't know. And I'm not even, I'm not even looking for that big payment. I'm more concerned that our children, because we have older children. Our two sons will be 30, and his son just turned 1, and our oldest will be 36, and his son is 10. We got to be able to fund the world for when the 10-year-old and the 1-year-old are 60, and otherwise.
Sorry, guys, I got a lot of background. Kids are headed out to the bus.
Yeah, well, and I just, more and more every day, I just see more stuff that, a lot of people I talk to are, well, maybe we just need to give in and accept whatever it is. And I hope.
And that's the way people are going to be. But the issue remains. Stu Peters said it yesterday. I'm going to say it again today. They are deliberately and intentionally wanting you to start a civil war. So keep a head on your shoulders, because they want to bring in the UN. They want to. They want to bring the UN in. So that what they're doing, they know you see it. They know that it's corrupt. They know the deal with abortions and what they're doing to your kids in school. They want you to become so angry that you feel that's your only options that you have to actually initiate a war against your government.
I just think that's the worst. I think it's the worst option, because I'm not saying anything to the ability of any United States militia group, but when you think about it, if you're a United States militia group and you're going to take on the United States military.
Well, see, that's not going to happen, because you're talking about our sons. You're talking about there may be some that'll follow orders, but the majority of the military, just like the police, the majority of them are going to say, hey, look, that's my neighbor, that's my kids, that's my nieces, that's my nephew. I'm not following that order. It's against my oath. But that initiates the ability for them to consider that act of terrorism, a domestic terrorism, and they can bring in U.S. forces. And that's what they're trying to do. That's why they're poking you in the belly. That's why they're messing with your kids, because they figure if it goes on long enough and hard enough, they'll be able to get that happen. And I mean, and that's not my own words. That comes from a lot of people who do a lot of research. That's the direction that they want. Why do you think they don't hide it? Remember, they used to do backdoor deals and under the table deals. Now they do it right in their face.
Yeah,
just
they do.
So, I mean, I personally have to believe that's exactly what they want, and eventually they'll probably get it. Hopefully, we get those things fixed, and this is part of the reason we're running this boycott. Because it's about the money, it's about the corporations. If we remove the power of corporation and reinstill the financial leverage within our local communities and our local businesses, it gives us a leveraging point. It gives us the balance of wealth and power, and we can back the same things as they back, because they're going to start losing business. They're going to start losing money. When that stock market hits bottom, they're going to start losing money. And that's what they don't want to do. So to keep that's when they want to talk. Well, what can we do to encourage you to stop doing this? I mean, is there anything we can do for you? And that's pretty much what we're looking at. But you know what? I don't know anymore, David. I only know one thing: is this stuff is evil. It's a battle of good and evil, and none of us have the real answers. All we can do is have a little bit of faith, and we hold on close to our families and do the best we can. And it's probably going to get a lot worse before it gets better. So that's pretty much now. But anyway, let me get out of here. I got to go get my kids ready. And this afternoon, I'm going to come in and give y'all a sneak preview of Kayla James, who'll be performing at Matt McGregor's event on February the 8th in Loganville. Lucretia Hughes is going to be there and several other people. And she is amazing. Y'all going to miss something if you don't go. And I can't wait to hear Matt speak. He's a massive patriot. I love him to death. And of course, I've been invited to speak myself, Melissa Morgan, and several other people. So on February the 18th in Loganville, y'all come.
You saw the beautiful Night Owl Productions logo yesterday on Facebook. Sorry, stop the dogs. But anyone who saw the beautiful Night Owl Productions logo yesterday with that beautiful eagle on it, if you are in the music business or need any kind of representation, you talk to Mr. Riesenbeck.
And we're joined with Lost Lancaster, which is Lost Ghost. He's a rap artist right outside of Nashville. He does video productions, DJ productions. He does talent management. We partner with him as far as the music end of it. I mean, we're getting more equipment every day. I got all my stage lights today. We're going to do full stage. Oh, where'd I go?
Turn the camera. There you go. One more time. There you go. Hold. No, there you go.
It's doing it itself. There we go. But we're going to have full stage setups, and if you got a patriotic event, we're in the right place, and we got the artists to go. We're gonna go and get out there. We'll come out there and do it for you. We ain't gonna charge you a thing, and that's what we're here to do. Now, obviously, we are going to be a business. We got to be able to keep our head above water. But if it is a patriotic event that is taking precedence, we will get there. We will do your event for you for free. So
you might be there as the taking of a president happens. That could always be a very interesting production to watch. But anyway, like I said, it's an American-owned business. We plug American-owned business. If you are interested in that kind of stuff, you talk to Randy. And if you're not interested in that kind of stuff, then you don't talk to Randy. But anyway, always a pleasure to have you around. If you're back on later this afternoon, my trusted partner, feel free to ring me up and I'll be happy to join you. But you make sure that you are resting and you are not pushing that hard.
I'll try.
Okay.
All right, brother. I'll talk to y'all later.
I don't do funerals, so that means I'm not going to do yours. Anyway, all right. Angie Mayu couldn't join us either. I caught her a little bit too late. If I give her enough notice in the morning, she can join us, but we'll definitely find a time. Another team of broadcasters I want you to pay attention to is Rambling Rick and Dixie Rose of Texas. Okay, they're a trucking family. Okay, them and Rick and Dixie and their son, whose name I don't know, but I should, are out in Big Blue 2. That's right, Big Blue, I believe, has retired and gone up to Trucker's Heaven, and there is a new Big Blue 2 is out on the road on the convoy circuit. And so you make sure that you're watching Rambling Rick and Dixie Rose whenever they're on. I like watching them mainly because, as I had said to Dixie Rose the other day, I wanted to, right out of high school, become a trucker, work my way up, and then own my own. And I thought it would be a great way to travel the country while I was working. So when they are on and they're in the truck, excuse me, I think it's great. But they're a hardworking trucking family, and they bring you the things every day that you need. And when give me a moment, when Randy was talking about the supply chain and everything, everybody does what they have to do to survive these days. And your American trucker and trucker families, because a lot of the truckers are teams, husbands and wives, or just teams of whatever, driving to make sure that things get to you that you need every day. So watch them, support them, and help everybody get by the next weeks, months, and 2023. Before you know it, we'll be voting in 2024, hopefully a Republican will win the election and have a Republican House still and a takeover with the Republican Senate, and we'll get this place turned around. It's not really that hard to do. People just need to come together and do it. But I did say that the topic of today's broadcast was let's nominate speaker candidates. And let me see. Go back. B-Dice said Jim Jordan, but like I said at the beginning, I really don't have anything against Jim not being the Speaker of the House other than he doesn't want to be. And I personally think that the best spot for Representative Jordan is as chairman of the House Judiciary Committee, because no one was silenced more on the Jerry Nonaz Nadler House Judiciary Committee than Representative Jim Jordan, who was the ranking Republican member. So he knows where everything is. He probably has everything that he needs right now to prosecute those guilty people. I have to say this on both sides of the aisle, because I'm sure that there were some on our side of the aisle that were just as guilty as those on the other side of the aisle. And it just comes time to end the witch hunt and bring the guilty parties in and have a dialogue. And the dialogue is just explaining what the hell they were doing, why they were doing it, and what they thought would happen if they succeeded, and just either come together and work as one if we can, and get us back to where we need to be. I personally do think it's a great idea that if you have the assets to convert yourself to being your own sovereign banker, your own sovereign person, which you already are, but be your own sovereign bank and back it by gold and silver and other precious metals, I guess. And other people are happy dealing with you that way, then that is what you do. I'm a firm believer in barter, and I will be a firm believer in barter regardless of how many barter organizations that I've been in and other people screwed up those barter organizations. I still think it's a fantastic way to do business. I can bring the Boogie with the Bull remote broadcast kit to a wedding. I can tape your wedding. I can post it live all over the internet while you're getting married, and I can take it back, send it over to a friend of mine who can pull it up, edit it out, and send a fantastic, beautiful tape to everybody. And, we trade. People trade, and that's the way it should be. And, you could trade with more companies. You can barter with more companies than you think you can't. And people will say to me all the time, well, you can't barter gasoline. Well, the hell you can't. You can barter with a body shop and a mechanic. Oh, the hell you can't. Well, I did. I had a Lincoln Town Car that the only thing we paid for was labor. Parts we provide. No, excuse me. The only thing we paid for was parts. Had a body shop, same kind of thing. He was going to fix a dent, decided to fix the dent, repaint the whole car, and I gave him 8 hours of service in 2 cars. So I mean, there are more opportunities to barter in this life, more than you think. And if you're a homeschooling family, it's even there. If you're a homeschooling family and you work, but you are a math wizard, then you be the math wizard in a homeschooling group. And then, on the days that you have to work, if someone is a history wizard, then you do that. Or if someone says, well, why don't we take the kids to the zoo today and teach them about the animals? Well, you do that. I mean, everybody can help everybody. And I just get so bogged up in the course of the half an hour that I spend before I come on a broadcast going, everybody says can't. And my father, rest his soul, always said, it isn't can't. It's what you can do. And everybody is dependent on everybody else. And we can do this. We can do this because obviously if some people got it turned around to how it is working and it's working for them, why can't we turn it back and make it work for us? And I'm not saying anything crazy. I'm not talking about civil wars. I'm not talking about bad actions, and not everybody can get to the peaceful events. I can't be in Washington, D.C. at the Supreme Court for the 1.6 rally that I heard was at 12 noon today. There were some things going on there around 8 o'clock this morning, and I wish them luck. Derek Arnold with Nationwide Freedom Family, Boots on the Ground. We've had on Boogie with the Bull before. Unfortunately, we did a test from Washington, D.C., and we couldn't get a 100% bug-free signal here at Boogie with the Bull. So Derek and Boots on the Ground had to resort back to Nationwide Freedom Family group over here on Facebook. And I hope that broadcast went out. Maybe we'll try a little later today to connect up. Anybody who is in Washington, D.C. today, whether you're at the SCOTUS, it doesn't matter, or you're at the White House, or you're just anywhere, and you want to try to do a live broadcast from Washington, D.C. today, and I don't care, like I always say, even if you have to point your cell phone camera at your face or your cell phone camera at where you are, if we can link, that's what we do. We're all citizen broadcasters here at Boogie with the Bull, the no-budget broadcasting company, and we just help each other. So if you are in Washington, D.C. today and you want to come on and do a Boogie with the Bull broadcast and share what's happening where you are in D.C. today, message me up and we'll try to do it. I did invite Jerry Michaels. Sometimes he's up and he's watching. I did send the invite to him if he wanted to join. He must be tied up preparing for the Friday edition of the American Rebellion. So make sure you are on the American Rebellion blogger page here on Facebook tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern to 9 p.m. Eastern. Sometimes they start a little later. Sometimes they end a little early. But 7 p.m. Eastern to 9 p.m. Eastern here on the American Rebellion blogger page. Make sure you are there and you are watching. It's kind of like a group discussion. Everybody gets together and I don't want to say it centers around politics, but a political discussion will happen for a bit and then they'll shift to something else, something that's going on maybe at any one of the hosts or people watching lives, and then the conversation just goes. It's kind of like if you watch the old Andy Griffith show where Andy's sitting in the chair at Floyd's barbershop and all the guys are in there and they're all talking about the happenings of Mayberry right then and there. Everybody's just having a good old time talking about what needs to be done in Mayberry. Well, this is just a bunch of good old boys and girls having a conversation about what is happening in America and how it affects you where you are in America. The American Rebellion broadcast, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. That's 7 p.m. Eastern to 9 p.m. Eastern, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday here on Facebook. And maybe we'll see it in other places. So John Trump was in the Boogie with the Bull live chat. Walt Coons is watching. Walt Coons is the last person to come in as a broadcast is getting ready to end. That's the Under the Wire viewer. We haven't started that program yet. The Under the Wire person, the last person who comes in to watch a Boogie with the Bull broadcast before the broadcast ends. You can't be watching and then leave and come back. It's the last person to come in when we're going to end a broadcast. Your name is going to go into a hat. On Friday, the Friday person's name will be added into a hat. And then once we have done that, a name will be pulled out of the hat. And that person, the Boogie with the Bull under the wire person from the week, will get some kind of Boogie with the Bull gear. Could be a keychain, a bumper sticker. Haven't really decided yet what it'll be. Could be, something with Boogie with the Bull on it so that you can show your friends that you watch Boogie with the Bull. And that's all I can do. And yes, there was a post up on Facebook yesterday digging into the discussion of having a ticker across the bottom of the screen or flashing a banner with a Venmo or a PayPal or something number on it where you can donate to Boogie with the Bull and help us do the broadcast and keep everything afloat. Never anything to pay me or anybody else to do a Boogie with the Bull broadcast. Okay, I didn't do this for money. I did kind of do it for fame. I did kind of do it for notoriety, but I didn't do it to get paid by doing it. And I don't need to get paid to do it. But yes, there are expenses, and the no budget broadcasting company does every once in a while have to have a budget to do something. Our StreamYard is one budget. One day acquiring a Boogie with the Bull remote studio is another budget. So occasionally we are looking for what I am calling Boogie with the Bull benefactors. And hopefully you'll make a monthly donation based on whatever benefactor you want to be. I joked and said that maybe people would make a donation of $599.99 a month. And the only reason I said that is because it's under the $600 that supposedly the IRS is going to start looking at if it comes into your Cash App or your Venmo or your PayPal or whatever. And if we have to pay taxes on the money that gets donated because we're not a nonprofit organization, but if we have to pay money, give the government money, taxes, then you know what? Screw it. And we may have to just do it. But there is no tax deductible donation. There might be money from all of the benefactors' donations to Boogie with the Bull that may become used to donate to charities. That decision would always be reviewed with all of the benefactors. You don't have to donate money. You can watch the broadcast and still be a part of broadcast and be on broadcast, just like everybody else. But yeah, there are some expenses. And for 2023, the expense is trying to put together the Boogie with the Bull remote broadcast studio. Nothing fancy, just some kind of a vehicle that is reliable to get me and the Boogie with the Bull duffel bag anywhere we need to be. Those expenses will be covered by the benefactor donations, of course. Transparency, everybody will see where every penny that came in went. And that's just how it goes. Tired of kicking around for 2 years now in a 14-year plan on Facebook saying that, this is what I need. And I'm going to need a driver, a trusted driver, as I call them, who will hopefully be a live producer of Boogie with the Bull broadcasts as well to drive me around, because everyone knows I'm not driving very much. And when I do, it's not very far. So that will be a paid position. That will be a paid position. That person driving me around and being a remote live producer. So, and that will be transparently shown because I can't drive to every single live broadcast. I would like very much to be in Georgia at the Unite rally with Jonathan Garcia from Red Mammoth Nation TV, as well as Mac McGregor, who you've all seen on Facebook and other places. I would like to hopefully get the three of us together and get the three of us together on the Boogie with the Bull live broadcast of the Unite rally, February 18th in Georgia. You see the flyer all over Facebook, and you can get information all over Facebook. But I would like to be there. So if someone is leaving Florida, the Middleburg, Fleming Island, Orange Park area, and can pick me up and bring me there and bring me back, gas money is not a concern. I'm not staying overnight. I'm just going to go up and come back the same day, or go up the day before and come back. So, accommodations, if that's necessary, will be taken care of. And then my transportation back will be taken care of, the gas money, expenses. But I hate talking about that kind of stuff. But, sometimes you have to have a budget to do the things that you want to do. Boogie with the Bull broadcasts are available right now. I'm going to move them back to 7:30 a.m. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And if you're interested in being on one, please let me know. There's always a list of people that get an invitation if they are available. And if you're on that list and you're available, then pop on in. And if you're not, then maybe we'll schedule one later. There are some big broadcasts coming on. They are associated with the International World Stands as One boycott. That's all the information I can give you. I will have more information later today, and I will let you know. And if you are around, please watch the broadcast, participate in the broadcast. There will be no guests on those broadcasts other than the guests and myself, because that is what they asked for. So you are welcome to be a part of the live chat if you wish, and I encourage you to do so. If you are going to take part in the International World as One boycott, and you're going to be anywhere in the world, and you want to do a Boogie with the Bull broadcast for yourself and your group, or a few of you want to be on a Boogie with the Bull broadcast and talk about why you want to be a part of the event, you are more than welcome. All you got to do is message me here on Facebook Messenger, Dave Wolven, or reach out to me at boogiewiththebull@gmail.com. That's BOOGIEWITHTHTHEBULL, boogiewiththebull@gmail.com. And I will read your email or your message, and I will get back to you hopefully within the same day. And if you can't do a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7:30 a.m. Eastern Boogie with the Bull broadcast, we will find a convenient time that you can do it. The best time, according to Facebook, for a Boogie with the Bull broadcast, either to be live or to be watched, is 8 p.m. on Tuesday. And I don't know what the best time is on YouTube or Twitch or Twitter. And but we're just going to keep trying. We are reviewing YouTube. We are in the final stage. There is a $10 a month package. There is a $25 a month package. And we are actually sitting down and going over the benefits of both and deciding which one is the one that we want. I've been very open about this. Adding Rumble to our destinations would just keep something available in the event that YouTube, the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel, and or my Facebook profile and or the Boogie with the Bull page on Facebook is no longer available. Trying to kick the broadcast up a notch. So like I said, if you want to come on and do a broadcast and enjoy a cup of coffee or two with myself and anybody who is watching or anybody else who joins the broadcast, you are more than welcome to do so. The last thing on today's broadcast, wearing red because it's Red Friday. Red as in remember everyone deployed. R-E-D. Remember everyone deployed Friday. That's when you remember and show your respects to everyone in the United States military, both deployed here in the United States of America and around the world on behalf of the United States of America, even those who went over and didn't come back, or those who went and came back in worse shape than they were when they left. It is our responsibility to take care of those people because we promised them if you go and you come back broken, or you are here and you serve and you're broken, it is our responsibility to take care of you and at least help provide for you and your family. And that's just the way it is. And we don't do that. And we don't do it to everyone. And we have some people that we promised it to that we will probably never do it. And you know what? Sorry, it's wrong. It needs to change. Okay? And with that, let's see, an hour and 16 minutes on today's Boogie with the Bull. Let's see. I want to just read this. I'll read this. Normally, I don't read promotions without researching them, but I'll read this to you because that way it'll be easier for me to read it. Bonin _ 1408241. Hi, I want to offer promotion of your channel, viewers, followers, views, chatbots. The price is lower than any competitor. The quality is guaranteed to be the best. Auto on, incredibly flexible and convenient order management panel. Everything is in your hands. Turn it on, off, customize. Go to DOGE hype, HYPE.com. DOGE DodgeHype.com. People take a look at DodgeHype.com. If you do something similar to Boogie with the Bull will take a look at it. And you never know. If you need all that, it sounds like server services, basically, for those of us who probably need server services for our broadcasts and our groups, and we can't afford them. So I will have the Boogie with the Bull Crack IT team take a look at it, and Bannon, they will possibly get into contact with even anybody else who is looking for the same services. Take a look at DodgeHype.com and see what they offer and if they can help you. And that's an example of the American business plug, because that's what Boogie with the Bull likes to do in the broadcast. We like to plug American business because American business is the backbone of our economy. Our economy works when American business works because American business is the backbone of our economy. I kind of said it right. It is a copyrighted statement. It is a trademark statement, and it belongs to Boogie with the Bull, who is owned by the No Budget Broadcasting Company and Facebook. If you want to fight copyright violations on that one, go right ahead. And if you want to fight me through somebody on Facebook China who insists they own Boogie with the Bull, go ahead. But I won the last one. Anyway, read the DodgeHype.com promotion and right there, and go to DodgeHype.com and take a look around. And if it is of interest to you, talk to them and let me know how it turned out for you. And we will take a look at it as well. So again, another thing of interest in 2023, aside from the Boogie with the Bull remote studio. Yes, is launching some kind of Boogie with the Bull server. Being involved with Randy Griesenbeck's Night Owl Productions and the opportunities that might be available through Boogie with the Bull. Again, today we were on the Dave Logan profile and the Boogie with the Bull page on Facebook. We were on the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel. We were on the Boogie with the Bull Twitch channel. This is the first time we've been on the Boogie with the Bull Twitch channel, and we were on ampersand Boogie WT Bull, the Boogie with the Bull Twitter connection. Looking around at Twitter, I said something about there might be a blue check verification. I'm not 100% sure what will be. I hope to have Rumble added by early next week. And now that the massive update to StreetLock has been installed and they have started getting it ready to work, if it is not already working, I'm hoping that StreetLock Live will be activated and the Boogie with the Bull StreetLock Live channel will become a reality. It will be very similar to what you see on the Boogie with the Bull page here on Facebook. There will be several broadcasts, conservative patriot broadcasts, citizen broadcasts like me, not necessarily all the big boys and big girls who have their own distribution and all that stuff, but citizen broadcasters like me. You don't have to be a conservative patriot broadcaster, but hopefully we will link a bunch of things together on the Boogie with the Bull StreetLock Live channel and make it available to everybody around the world as a conservative alternative or everything alternative to YouTube. And that's about all I can say on that one. So from the Dave Logan profile, the Boogie with the Bull page, Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel, Boogie with the Bull Twitch channel, ampersand Boogie WT Bull, the Twitter Boogie with the Bull connection. This broadcast is going to come to an end. An hour and 21 minutes. Not really bad. Kind of figured it would max out at about an hour and a half. And that is where we are. The next Boogie with the Bull broadcast will be scheduled for 7:30 a.m. on Monday. That doesn't necessarily mean there won't be one over the weekend. If there is a reason for doing one and you want to try to reach everybody we can help you reach, by all means, like I said, message me on Messenger and or at boogiewiththebull@gmail.com. Or if you see me around, grab me and tell me that what you have, and we'll see about plugging you in on Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. Don't forget, at 7 p.m. Eastern to 9 p.m. Eastern on the American Rebellion blogger page, the American Rebellion with Jerry Michaels and Jerry Michaels, Nikki Young will be there, and the Minnesota Madman, Robert Lawless, will be there. Randy, the genealogist Rhodes, is there a lot. Jen, the homeschooling mom Woodruff, is there a lot. I'm going to try to be there a little bit more. If they allow me to, now that I'm trying to be a good boy, and when I'm not talking, I will turn my mic off. And when I turn my mic on, I will not talk very long. And it's just fun, like I said, just a lot of fun to be there. So you never know who will show up. The American Rebellion broadcast every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern to 9 p.m. Eastern. Do not miss the Patriots Lab and the Patriots Lab Uncensored with William Rayfield, generally on, I think it was the same thing, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern. So look for it in your notifications. And Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern and Saturday at 12 noon. Do not ever forget about Odessa Roberti's prayer service every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern. Look for that notification or go to the Odessa Roberti Facebook page, because sometimes it does have to be rescheduled. And be a part of that. If you need prayer, you can contact Odessa and you will be included. If you know of someone who needs prayer, you can contact Odessa Roberti and they will be included, because this is all what we got to do sometimes. Sometimes you have to say a prayer and a good, healthy word for someone. And sometimes you got to learn to be quiet. So Joel Burlak, if you're watching, Joe Burlak, if you are watching, sometimes it's kind of just get on to one of your posts and speak as a egotist, reality preference kind of person that I am. And I don't mean to cause problems. And if I do, well, then I do. A lot of times what I do on other things is I just go write my own post based on the posts of yours that I read, or the posts of someone else's that I read, and just kind of put up a conversation in an alternative reality. And I don't mean anything against you or anybody else. So there it is. Sometimes I feel I have to apologize for myself when my reality interferes with someone else's reality, or my ego crosses their ego, even if they say they don't have an ego. But anyway, let me see. This just in from Randy Rhodes. Good luck. I just can't do 7:30 beyond or watch. Well, I am sorry about that, Randy. But like I said before you popped in and put that comment in, there are plenty of opportunities in the course of a day to do other broadcasts with other people, if that is what is required. Because as I said, Boogie with the Bull, the no budget broadcasting company, kind of is in a pay it forward situation. Someone is taking care of our StreamYard so that we have what we need, and I'm paying that forward by making StreamYard available when it works on my schedule and someone else's schedule to do broadcasts with them. Aaron Dam 31 says, hello, sir. How are you doing? I'm doing great. I hope you're ready to rock and roll and enjoy your weekend as well. You can watch Boogie with the Bull broadcast on the Dave Wogan profile, the Boogie with the Bull page on Facebook. You can watch it on the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel. You can watch it on the Boogie with the Bull Twitch channel, and you can watch it on & Boogie WT Bull over there on Twitter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 8 destinations or 10 destinations. I haven't figured it out yet. You cannot comment on all destinations. You can comment in the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel. You can comment on the Boogie with the Bull page, and you can comment on the Dave Wogan profile. If you are commenting anywhere on a Boogie with the Bull live chat, do yourself a favor. Before you come and watch, type in your browser StreamYard.com/Facebook. StreamYard.com/Facebook. Give StreamYard permission to use your Facebook profile and your username in the Facebook live chats. And you don't have to do that if you're watching on the YouTube channel. You just go into YouTube live chat, and you're more than welcome to join the fun. Look for us soon on Rumble and on Streetlock. Like I said, it is now 1 hour and 28 minutes. This Boogie with the Bull Ramble Fest and Tangentry, the Friday Free for All, the Let's Elect a Republican Speaker of the House broadcast. Let's see. Angie Mayu said that Matt Gaetz nominated Donald Trump. Somehow Kevin McCarthy got nominated. He hasn't won yet. So either he needs to win today so we can move on, or he needs to run. A Republican needs to run against him and win. Speaker Pelosi from the 117th needs to run against him and win. And they can just deal with that however they want. Because the way the House is structured, until the Republican majority elects a speaker, nothing can be done in the House. That's why we have the highest rating of any Republican majority House in history. Why? Because Democrats are happy we can't do anything. So figure it out, boys and girls, and do what you can. Get us a speaker so you can get to America's business. And if you don't, and you carry it on, the record, I believe, is 2 months between, I think it was 1855 and 1856, that it took the House 2 months in that year to elect a speaker. And you want to beat it? Go 3. But the ridiculous thing about it is, come on, boys and girls, this is exactly what Speaker Pelosi and the Democrat minority now want you to do. The longer it takes you to fight and get a speaker elected, the less time you have to spend on America's business, which means that the Democrat business from the 117th House will continue. And it will also set us up for the 2024 midterms for the House and Senate, as well as the 2024 presidential election. And who knows, they probably have already figured out a way to control that narrative as well. Anyway, it is now 1 hour and 30 minutes, which is all I planned on doing this morning. It is 9 o'clock. Yeah, so I think we've covered just about everything on today's Boogie with the Bull. As I said, if you want to be on a Boogie with the Bull broadcast and have stuff that you want us to cover, again, message me on Facebook Messenger, Dave Logan. Catch me at boogiewiththebull@gmail.com. Do not call me through Messenger on the first way to get me unless you message me, text message me on Messenger and ask me if it is okay for you to call, because I will not answer your call and I will block it. I get enough bogus phone number on my screen, telemarketing things that go to voicemail or not. And if they don't, they just get blocked. So, if you want to call me through Messenger, all you have to do is text me through Messenger and let me know that you want to call and what you want to call me about. And I will say yes or no. And if you call anyway, I will block you on Facebook and Messenger and make sure that you don't call me again. Be kind to everyone, because that's the first step in getting us all to work together. Do not forget the international boycott. The international world stands as one. Boycott January 9th to the 13th. It is a boycott of things that go into the supply chain that, it's just time to say, hey, if we interrupt how you make money, maybe you'll listen to us about how you make money, and maybe you'll do things that we want you to do, how we want you to do them. Okay? I understand that not everybody can sit in front of their computer or travel around the world and take part in it, and I respect that. I understand that everybody that may be sitting behind their computer still has to get up and go to work and still has to go to the store and buy things, and may have to do that from the 9th to the 13th. But if you only buy gas once a week, buy gas on January 8th and fill your tank, and hopefully you'll have enough gas that you won't need to buy gas until January 14th. And there you're taking part. You didn't buy gas. You helped a lot of people around the world not buy gas, and that may show the oil companies and whoever that they need to start listening to us as well. And as I said earlier, if you buy everything you need on January 8th and you don't buy it again until January 14th, then that to me is just as good as anything else. If you want to be mentioned in the American-owned business segment, you message me the name of your business, the website if you have one, the phone number if you don't, and you can give me the location, meaning if you have a brick and mortar location, you can put that in there as well, and then write 1 or 2 sentences that describe your business, who you are, what you do, and where you do it. And that's it. There is no charge for it at this point, but you never know. One day in the future, there might be. But right now, in the 2-year history of Boogie with the Bull broadcast, when we plug American-owned businesses, we're hoping that people at those businesses will always have Boogie with the Bull on and watching it. And if you have a waiting area where people watch some kind of a monitor, or you have the TV set on, maybe you'll have Boogie with the Bull broadcasts on. So help us, help everybody. I'm Dave Wilman. You're not. Thank you for the privilege of letting me abuse your time. Once again, thank you for the privilege of letting me abuse your time. It is a privilege. I appreciate everybody who watched. Please make sure you share Boogie with the Bull wherever you can, on Facebook, from my profile, as well as you can't share from the Boogie with the Bull page. You might be able to. I don't know. It says it's a classic page, but if you can share it from the Boogie with the Bull page, please do. If you can't, share it from the Dave Wilman profile, because I know you can, all over Facebook. Go to the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel and subscribe to the channel, and take the link and share it wherever you want. Just let me know where you share it. Go to Boogie with the Bull Twitch channel and watch it and share it, or just take it and share it wherever you can. Go to &Boogie WT Bull on Twitter, and you should be able to catch it. I know that there's a place on Twitter where the broadcasts land. I haven't figured it out, but there are people I know that know where it is, and when they see a Boogie with the Bull broadcast, they do in fact retweet it. And I appreciate that very, 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 very much. So again, thank you for the privilege of letting me abuse your time. Hour and 36 minutes. I'm going to plug this Ramblefest and Tangentry. It's time to have breakfast with a 14-year-old cat and a 10-year-old dog who is probably very hungry, hiding somewhere, ready for breakfast. And I'm ready for breakfast as well. So stick around. You never know. Watch the notifications on Facebook that a Boogie with the Bull broadcast is going live, and then everybody else will know where we are live as well. And if there's a place that we should be doing Boogie with the Bull live and we're not doing it right now, message me again, and we'll figure out how to be able to do it. Rumble and Street Lock are in the works. Hopefully by the end of next week, we'll at least have Rumble up and going. And if we're lucky and God is gracing us as much as we hope, the long-awaited Boogie with the Bull Street Lock Live channel will be here as well. I'm Dave Wilman. You're not. Thank you for the privilege of abusing your time. I hope you brought your favorite morning caffeine in your favorite morning caffeine vessel. This, again, was probably boring Maxwell House coffee with Coffee Mate and some kind of sugar. And maybe one day we'll ask everybody who comes in to watch a Boogie with the Bull broadcast to show their favorite morning caffeine vessel and describe what is in it. And maybe one day you'll have a Boogie with the Bull ceramic mug that has the logo on it, and maybe the logo of the networks that we are on. I'm Dave Wilman. You're not going to hit this one. Hit this one. Double B's for victory. This Boogie with the Bull broadcast is coming to an end. Come down right here. And yes, I will be honest about it. The speaking issues do, in fact, get a little worse from time to time. That's part of the Lewy body's dementia. and I try to do my best. So if my brain gets flustered and I go between words, that's what it is, and I apologize. And if it ever gets to a point where I can't do the broadcasts anymore, I will find someone, hopefully, to carry on Boogie with the Bull. Or maybe I won't. Anyway, double B for victory. This Boogie with the Bull broadcast has come to an end, an hour and 40 minutes. And